Hola, ole, back on the road. Oh, where in Louisiana? That's where I went to college. Moved there from New Jersey, 1986. Best thing I ever did. I mean, I love New Jersey, don't get me wrong, miss my family, but when me, my mom, my stepdad, and stepbrother went to Louisiana, that was the best thing that ever happened. I found my career, found my wife, all in Louisiana. Hey, Paul, a little bit more, a little bit more. Hello, Laura. Nothing too extravagant, I'll put it. Diane, how are you? Good evening. Hey, Harmony, good to see you. Christina, good to see you too. Hello. And good to see everybody on a Tuesday night. Bill Taylor here, Ken's 5 Digital Center, with a little more light rain falling tonight. We'll talk about the cold front that's on the way, kind of a new weather pattern before we get into the weekend. So a little bit of a changing weather pattern. It'll be a 2-day change. And then Saturday, we've got to talk annular eclipse, because I'm telling you, it's just so cool. All right, so the light rain. You know, we just saw one healthy downpour. It actually moved over Helotes, because when I went home for dinner, the family was like, wow, we got some heavy rain for about 15, 20 minutes. And you can see that one little yellow blip that showed up for literally 10, 15 minutes tops. There it is, right before you get to I-10. And that was right over Helotes. Thanks to Dr. Sambola. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, well, praise God. Glad he's home. Hello, Joe and Bernie. Friday should be good for a bike ride, Jacob. It's going to be warm. Used to teach my sister Sharon Friedman in Sunday school. Oh, really? Oh, wow. That's so cool, Mark. Yeah, that was years ago. I taught in the 9th grade class. We would have a big group, and then I would break off with the 9th grade boy students, and the Greers would break off with the 9th grade girls. That's so cool. Thanks for remembering. Hello, Connie. Vince, will Eagle Pass get some cold front or some rain? Definitely. Eagle Pass is getting some rain tonight. In fact, you can see that once I put a few more counties on the map, Eagle Pass has been getting a steady rain most of the day. Good light rain. And the cold front's coming, but not till Friday. Not till Friday in the front. Hi, Melissa, Michelle. Ooh, beefsteak with Matt. That sounds good, Jacob. Hey, Juan. What's up, Stephanie Van Pay? Good to see you. Send us Camp Wood. Oh, hey, Alita, I love Camp Wood. We talked about this. I was just thinking about that the other day. It was such a great weekend. You guys treated me and my daughter Peyton like royalty. We went out there for a little student book signing. They all had their books they wrote, and they signed their books. That was a wonderful weekend. I'd love to do that again. Sweater weather. Sunday morning again. It's going to be another chilly Sunday morning, but it won't be really till then. We're going to actually get a little bit warmer as we get into Friday out ahead of this front. So light rain continues, but you can already see it kind of cutting off in Mexico. So let me show you what's happening. We had 2 good tropical systems. Lydia, a Category 2 hurricane, and then Max was a weaker system, but they both supplied a lot of Pacific moisture. Look at that, just plume across Mexico, across all of Texas practically. And this was the moisture source. Now, once inland, you can already start seeing Lydia's taken a hard right into central Mexico. Okay, so as that, in fact, I'd like to know, Stephanie, if you're still on, is that near Oaxaca? Because we've got some boots on the ground in Oaxaca, Mexico, and I'm wondering if this is going to be some bad weather for them, or is that north of Oaxaca? If you can kind of see the map. I know it's difficult on water vapor to see the base map underneath the satellite imagery. But just curious, our Gateway Fellowship Church, Stephanie and Harmony, fellow Gateway members, and we've got a church plant in Oaxaca, Mexico. And I'm just wondering if that's north of there. Hello, Tracy. Just in time for me to serve. Hey, Pro Presenter, get it. Awesome. Yes, Mark, please. Yes. Let's all be praying for Israel. Let's all be praying for this situation. It is going to get worse before it gets better. It is really, really bad. And we just pray for peace. Bring peace, Lord. Bring peace. Hi, Tracy. Mark, good to see you. Brandy. Yeah, Cibolo, Brandy, the farther north we got with this, the less rain we received. So most of the rain, the measurable good stuff, was south. Not much, Juan, under an inch for sure. Happy birthday, 82nd to Emma. Absolutely. Happy birthday, dear Emma. Happy 82nd birthday from Bill Taylor and the Kent's 5 Digital Center on Tuesday night. Tuesday with Taylor to you. 82nd birthday. God bless you. That's so cool. Happy birthday, Emma. Hi, Marty. Rain plus Bill equals gold. Eric, you're right, man. I'm a popular guy if we bring in the rain. It is close. Yeah, well, we'll be praying for Oaxaca because that's a big storm. A lot of rain now. Going to be a lot of flooding. Hey, JR, howdy. My girlfriend just finished baking lemon pie. George, lucky you. Lucky you. That's a good girlfriend to have. Any flood advisories? No, sir. No, Juan. We're going to only see this little bit of light rain, and it should end by 9, 10 a.m. tomorrow. We'll take a look at the future radar right now. Because as that storm takes a hard right, a lot of that moisture is going to be pulled east. I mean, Corpus Christi will be the last, and even our southeast communities will be the last to get the rain early and even to midday tomorrow. But look how it thins out. Here's 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning should be the last good batch. And then by the time the sun gets up, we could be done. I mean, there might be a lingering sprinkle tomorrow morning. But I would prepare for some slippery roads. Being that we're going to be in the overnight and we don't have good wind speeds, a lot of spots might not dry up. And since we're going to get rain as late as 3:30 or 4 in the morning possibly, that means a bit of a slippery commute for Wednesday. Just allow some extra time and be careful. Some breaks in the clouds by 3:30. So I do think we'll get some sunshine in before the sun sets on our Wednesday. Not very much, but we'll get a little bit in. But we'll definitely be done with the rain. You can see, again, it ends from, northwest to southeast. So even, not too bad. I mean, there could be some afternoon showers along the coast, but not many at all. Now the cold front. Let's talk about the cold front. Then we're going to talk about the eclipse. So here's the first surface low, but now this bigger low drops into the Rockies on Thursday, okay? Now notice that a lot of the upper air energy associated with that low is going to stay to our north. So that's one of the reasons why we're expecting this front to go through dry. We're also not going to have a lot of moisture, so the front goes through dry. But this front, either way, gets through by Friday, certainly by Saturday. And we're going to start seeing temperatures drop as early as Friday afternoon behind this front. So we'll get some nice cool air, drier air, in for the weekend. It's going to feel really good. I'm going to adjust this just a little bit here. David, what happened? I heard you say, woof.
Me?
Yeah. We got the Rangers,
I think it was something
Orioles game on. That's who they're playing, right?
Yeah.
Baltimore?
I think it was something weather related.
Oh. Let's push this. Okay. So there you have it. The front moves through dry. We will be windy. And watch the fall off on the dew points. The humidity is going to really drop. As dew points will climb to the 70s, we're going to feel pretty hot and humid on Friday because temperatures will be in the mid to upper 80s as well. And then a big fall off because that's what happens right before a front moves in. There's good forcing, there's good compression, and that prefrontal warming will take us into the upper 80s, and obviously the humidity with the dew points upper 60s to low 70s, we're going to feel it. It's going to feel like a spring to almost summer-like afternoon Friday before that front moves through, and then a nice big change heading into the weekend. Now, let's talk eclipse before I show you that weekend forecast. Once again, Saturday's the day I want to show you the path of annularity. Okay, it's not a path of totality with the annular eclipse. It's a path of annularity because we're not going to have a total eclipse. We're going to have an annular solar eclipse, which means we get the ring of fire. So here's what we've got. Moving from New Mexico into Texas. First stop is going to be Sonora, San Angelo. Sonora will be right in the center. That's a good 98% of it, probably, 99, close, like San Antonio, really. Then into the hill country, and you can see the center is just off to the west of San Antonio. And then it drops all the way down. Corpus Christi will be right in the crosshairs and be close to 100% annularity as it passes over. So let me show you the timing. It starts at about 10:23 Saturday morning. That's when we'll start to see the shadow of the moon on the sun. So we'll be the partial eclipse. Then the total eclipse begins at about 11:52 with a ring of fire forming at 11:54. This will last about 3 to 4 minutes, the ring of fire. You have to have protective glasses to look at this. Even the ring of fire, even though you'll just have the corona, not much of the sun, it's still very, very dangerous, can burn your retinas, can give you lifelong complications with eyesight if you're looking at this without protective eyewear. And remember, the eclipse glasses, on the side, you'll see ISO with about 6 digits. That's how you know they've been certified, and they're the ones you want. Total eclipse ends at 11:56, and then the partial, like the entire thing, is over by about 1:33. Okay, so from 10:30 to 1:30, I mean, it's a pretty good span of time that you're going to see the moon's shadow over the sun with protective eyewear. That's the only way you're looking at it, because you do not want to damage your eyes, okay? And the maximum annularity will come at 11:54 and last a few minutes. Now, here's the great news. We don't have to worry about cloud cover. It'll be a windy Saturday because of the cold front, but it will be a clear Saturday because of the cold front. We're going to be seeing the front sweep through, clean out all the moisture, clean out all the cloud cover, and we are blessed with beautiful weather because this would have been a complete bust if we had bad weather. Now, 6 months from now, and we've got the total solar eclipse. So we're going to also be praying for clear skies that day. Same thing. But the difference this time, there will not be a ring of fire. It's going to take out the entire sun, okay? And because of that, it'll go dark for about a minute and a half. It's going to be a little bit later in the afternoon. It'll be during the day at about 2:30 is when we're expecting totality, April 8th, 2024. Goes right above divine. Sure does, Alan. Yep. Bonnie Tyler and Johnny Cash. That's right. Cue it up. Last night I was going, Bonnie Raitt. And Danny on our desk was like, it's Bonnie Tyler.
Total eclipse of the correction.
Oh, nice. David Lynch. Total eclipse of the correction. It was. Total eclipse of the correction. And I was so excited, too, because Bonnie Raitt's playing, I don't know if she's playing ACL, but she's playing on the 14th in Austin.
Oh, really?
Does Bonnie Raitt play ACL? She might. I just don't know what genres they include. I know the Foo Fighters are there.
I've never been there, but the way
That's one bucket list band. I got to see the Foo Fighters live, David.
ACL has range, so.
They do, huh? I really want to see the Fighters of the Foo before I go home to the Lord. That's a bucket list item for sure, man. Foo Fighters, they get the people going. That's a fun band. Total eclipse of the correction. I'm be singing that all night, Lynn.
Doesn't roll off the tongue quite as well.
Nah, you know, Angela, I think it's the rain's done by commute. you know, unless you're getting out there early, 5 or 6 a.m., maybe a sprinkle. And if you're going southeast, you might run into the rain. But if you're in the city, I think most of it's over by 5. It is, Alan. Yeah, no yard work yet. Hard yard work. Hi, Vanessa. I have one of her signature guitars. Oh, Ramiro, that's awesome. That's worth some cash. I emceed an event Saturday night where they auctioned off a Taylor Swift The Eras Tour guitar. An acoustic with the Eras artwork on the face of it, signed by Taylor Swift. $8,500. And I thought that was cheap.
I was gonna say.
Right?
Very cheap.
Right? I thought it was going to go for like 12, maybe 13,000. It went for 8,500 in the live auction. Hope Hits Harder. That was the Hope Hits Harder benefit gala. Because I think it's already worth more than that, right?
Guitar
I bet you can get more than 85 for it.
that she used?
No, never used. No, she didn't use it.
You signed it?
She signed it though.
Still, yeah.
No, David, that's a bad idea. You're crazy, man. That's a bad idea. That's funny. Hi, Lynette. So far this month, it's been about 1.5 inches, Alan. Great question. Do we have a final in the Rangers game? Is it still 7-1? Is that the final?
There's like one more inning.
Oh, they're in the ninth?
Uh,
Yeah, JR, good cold breeze.
Top of the eighth.
I think the Saturday night games will have windier conditions. Definitely. All righty, everybody. Let's go to the 7-day. Of course, it starts with Wednesday, where we've got this 30% chance of rain till mid-morning. High's going to be 80 tomorrow. But then look at that, Thursday, Friday. And I'm telling you, Friday, before that north wind, is going to feel humid too. 88 with humidity. It's going to feel like we're back in summer. And the sun's going to be out, so it's going to be a hot day. And then there it is. Eclipse Day 2023. And save your glasses. I keep wanting to tell people, God bless you. Save your glasses. 6 months from now, we've got the total solar eclipse. God bless you. So make sure. In fact, I was putting together a presentation with my daughter during dinner tonight. She's a teacher, and I'm presenting to her class, or to her entire grade, on Friday about the eclipse. I'm going to do a big eclipse presentation. And what's one of the coolest things is before they had science and had any idea what was happening, just imagine the fear of what was happening when an eclipse was occurring. Like the sun is being blotted out, the life-giving source here. Well, not the life-giving source, you know what I mean. And I'm like, whoa. So the Native American, well, not me, I'm not like, whoa. They were like, whoa. Native Americans would take flaming arrows, from what I read today, take flaming arrows and shoot them at the sun to try to relight the sun. They thought that would relight the sun. Isn't that something? In China, people thought a dragon was eating the sun. They believed that. And they would also shoot arrows and pound on drums to try to scare the dragon away from the sun. They thought they were losing their sun in both cases. Isn't that wild? And then by about the 1800s is when astronomy got sophisticated enough that they understood the orbits of both the Earth and the moon. And so they realized eclipses would occur. They could start predicting them pretty accurately based on these orbits. And so scientists would travel, astronomers, to find the eclipses. Well, of course, this was long before cameras were invented, so they would take artists with them. And artists would draw out what they saw of the those 1800s eclipses. Pretty cool. All right, guys, it's going to wrap things up. God bless y'all. I love you, and we'll see you on Ken's 5 News at 10. Total eclipse of the correction. I love that.